Sounds like my knee. My knee does this. Hey you, it's Tony for emodels.co.uk. Welcome to part 3 of the Takom 1/35 scale Chieftain Mk.10 build, where we'll continue building all this kind of stuff. So the baskets aren't in this episode. I begin building this thing. We put the turret together and we take care of all those little fingerprints that I put into that barrel at the end of episode 2. Yeah, I know, I deliberately made you come back for episode 3 by not showing you how to do that in one go. Leave them wanting more. Now, one thing I would say is this vinyl piece, I've installed it towards the end. If you can, install it during the build, because it is an absolute pig to try and get that in place afterwards. As you can see, you can paint it. I had my doubts throughout the build, but I can now tell you with absolute confidence you can paint that. It's not a problem. Get it installed during the build. Don't leave it till last like I did, because it is, trust me, an absolute pig. Now, I still have to take care of those pads there, so don't worry about those. Close the flaps properly, Tony. What you'll see as well is I do have quite a lot of problem with this brackety, hingy thing in here. I think you just about make out. I've added some L-shaped styrene pieces just to reinforce this part. As you can see now, it is a genuinely tight fit. I can barely move that. Now during the video you will see me manoeuvre it a little bit, and it does start moving. You can hear that crack. You see, I'm having all kinds of problems because I've installed that last. Install that during the build. But you see now, once you do get it moving, it's incredibly tight. Oh, I'll have to install that again now. I might have to leave that off, to be honest. But it is stupidly tight, so do plan ahead and sculpt the little polycaps they give you a little bit if you don't want yours to sound like that. Whilst I'm there, I'm just going to position that a little bit because I did have a bit of barrel droop. I know, it's the drink, you know, stop it. So I'm just going to lift the barrel that tiny little bit because it was sat there. Like so, right. Okay, doke. I'll stop faffing about. Grab your brews and stuff like that. Grab your biscuits. Go watch episode 3. No idea what that is. What's that about? Knife out the way, nice and safe. So just off camera again. I'm also waiting for the barrel to dry. I'll just cut this this mantle piece. Just so I can stop the little flaps opening as well. A little bit of Tamiya tape just over the top. It's not tacked down firmly or anything like that, just in case I pull something off. Because it's me, you know what I'm like, I break things. Just going to put that there. So again, I'm going to use the white top glue. So it's the Tamiya cement with a white top. Does the exact same thing as the thin, but it's a little bit gloopier. Just gives you a little bit more playtime, so you can arrange yourself properly. I've figured out I've got a croaky throat, or a tickle in my throat at least anyway. I had a biscuit earlier with me brew. I've got a biscuit crumb right in the back of my throat. It's driving me insane. There we go. So a couple of little squishes there. Getting shot, Tony, I hope. And just along this back edge here, draw some extra thin. Like so. Just a tiny bit along this edge here. Just to help it out. Little squash. Like so. Great shot, Tony. There you Again, there's quite a lot of glue overspill there, but I'm not too bothered. We'll clean that up once it's all dry. And I've had some run off there, so I'm gonna, yeah, why not? We'll do that one at the same time as we do the barrel. That's fine. That shiny spot there is actually dry. That's been there for about 2 hours. Marvellous. Right then. I think that's a set. And we'll come back when all that's dry and have a look and see what's going on. Hockey dog. Need coffee. Coffee! Coffee! Right, we've had a casualty already. Yeah, let's get some lighting out. Had a casualty already. I've had to re-glue this part here, this bracket. These polycaps are really tight fit. Stop it. Yeah, so the second I tried is to move the pivoty bit. Yeah, I know. Mantle it. It started peeling away. That rear corner of the bracket. So yeah, it's possible that when you come to do yours, just give the bushing a little bit of a, you know, that little polycap, just give it a little bit of a grind or a smoothing with one of these things, just to help yourself out. I'm just going to move the knife there a second. Right, so going back to the skinny sticks, I've just spent a few seconds just cleaning that seam up there, which didn't turn out that badly at all because we had the squish out, so it literally just run over the top, nice and smooth. And there's a little bit of work needs doing on that seam there, so we're going to move slightly further down the barrel. You can just about pick out a seam there. We'll take care of that properly in a moment or two. Just along here. Stop knocking the camera. Right, I'll tell you what. Grid's interfering again. One thing we're doing these builds, that grid doesn't half interfere with your focus. There we go. Right, so where is it? Just there. Oh, focus on me, dear. Focus. There we go. So a nice big thumbprint, fingerprint, one of them in there. You just see where the clamps didn't quite line everything up. So there's a little bit of seamage that we need to take care of there. That I've already done on this side. There's a couple of other fingerprints that we need to take care of. So there's one down here somewhere, and there was another one. I'm sure there was another one. I could be wrong. There we go. So just moving back to the skinny sticks. So because we've got a curved surface, we're best off with the spongy ones, because it'll just squish that tiny little bit. I'm using squish a lot at the moment. It just takes the shape of the curve. And so if we use the firmer sanding sticks, like this style, what you'll tend to do is you'll flat spot that area there, especially if you use a little bit of pressure. So just cut to the smoother grit, just to polish that a little bit. So a tiny little sinkhole just there, where a nub had been, that we need to take care of. I'll just smooth that off with my trousers. Not smooth it off at all, just get the debris off. I'm just going to very quickly draw on that seam there. Take that back. Got to a smoother grit. I'm happy enough with that. Okay, so we've got this fingerprint just here. Just about make out the groovage. Let's give that a quick wipe again. So just very gently, you know, let it all dry first. Don't go hacking away at it straight away. Do leave it to dry. So the temptation is, if you go running at it straight away, you just make it the problem worse. So let it dry completely, and just very gently smooth away at it. There's a tiny little bit left right alongside this lip. I can't quite get to because it's quite an old stick that now. Oh, we've got another one open. No. Okay. So just keep nibbling at it. Like so. Yeah, job's a good one. It's mostly gone. So if we come back out to normal viewing angle, you wouldn't even tell. You've got to get right up close to know whether it's there. And one last step that we could do, if we really wanted to, is just run the thin cement across that seam. Just smooth it out with the brush. But I'm happy enough with that now to leave it. It's not as jump out in your face obvious. And we've got one there as well, which is the one I was trying to find a second ago. So it's the same process. Let it dry completely and just come at it with a sanding stick afterwards. You may need to shave a tiny little bit with the knife blade, just to get into that little corner there. So remember to cut away from yourself, just be on the safe side. I know that's quite an extreme gouge. Bear in mind this is a thermal cover. There's all kinds of foldage involved. And a quick shave. Like so. Quick skim across the top of the bracket. And one along here. And there. That fingerprint's now gone. So don't panic. Honestly, the amount of times I've done it in the past where I've panicked and try to sort it out there and then, let it dry completely first and then we can come back at it. It's not a problem. I'm just going to shave across that bit there. So we don't always have to use the sanding sticks either. I can just about make out a fingerprint there. So a quick shave. It looks like there's still a seam there, but it is actually fairly smooth. We may need a drop more glue just here. Now the seam has actually joined up. I think that's where a nub was. Let's see if the shave takes care of it. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Quick shave there. Let's get a sanding stick on that one. Very quick, really gentle. Quick nibble. Just to make sure. I'll finish my sentences off in a second. I'm bothering myself with it, don't worry. And that's pretty much there. What we'll do in a second or two is we'll take some, I don't know, probably some Tamiya XF1 and just run a brush load along the seams and just very quickly have a quick nibble back at it with a sanding stick once it's dried. And hopefully what that'll do is, if there are any gaps there, it'll just highlight them. Because at the moment it's all grey and I can't tell. It's just one colour. No, that's X1. Well, that'll do. I just need a contrast. I've told you a lie. I'm going to use XF85. I'll give that a stir because it's been stood there for a while. Oh, hello. Yep, it's been stood there for a while. So, yeah, I use these. Oh, hello. Oh, wait, that is on tight. Dear. First you don't succeed, swear in Welsh in your mind. Use your quiet voice. If obviously you're not filming, use your big voice. Give that a stir, just wake everything up again. I'm running low on XF85. Okay. So, take a brush. No brush will do. Straight from the pot. No thinning. Or anything like that. Remember where your seam is. I'm literally just going to dot some across the top of the seam. It's alright, I'm bothering myself with that. I'll finish the sentence yet. So what hopefully this will do is just highlight any little dents, divots and things like that. And also if there is any little cracks, this should cover it up. Now I could use Mr. Hobby filler for this, but it's grey on grey. Bearing in mind I'm, just finished night shifts. Yeah, my eyes are doing all kinds of weird and wonderful things. Like I said, there's a purple tinge to everything at the moment. I'm not tired. It is quite a bizarre sensation, that one. Okay, so that's that one. We just need a contrast more than anything. Gurgle from the belly. It's there somewhere, I know it is. There we go. Right, so we'll let that dry completely. And I can see now there's a section just there that I've missed. I think I mentioned that a moment ago, anyway. Yeah. Let that dry completely and then we'll come back. Just whilst that paint's drying, just to help out this little bracket thing here, I'm going to add some plastic card L brackets just to strengthen that join, hopefully. Let's get that little wiggle. And this stuff should be available on the eModels website too. I can't remember what brand it was. Pretty sure it was Evergreen. Or was it Plastrux? Ooh, not so sure. Fingers. Just off screen, I'm making myself cringe. Using a big sharp knife. Just literally just trim some to size. And for the life of me, I'm not too sure what size that is. So I've lost the original packaging. I've had it for years and years and years for this kind of thing. There we go. So just get that in place and then drop extra thin in the middle of the seam, around the edges, and give it a little move with the knife. a bit of a squish, and then hopefully that'll just add a little bit of strength to that bracket. Going off the instructions, there's nothing major going in this kind of area anyway afterwards, so we should be okay with that. So we'll see how that does. I'm going to leave that to dry completely now for a good hour, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Strip styrene from Evergreen should be available somewhere on the eModels website. If not in Evergreen, it should be Plastruct, I think it is. There'll be something on there. Right then. Let's take care of these little bits here. So I'm not going to do a massive amount of sanding here now. It's literally just a guide coat just to highlight where there's little gaps that need sorting out. So just out of interest, it's been about 10 minutes since I painted this guide coat on. Doing it again. It seems to have taken care of the little divots and what's the other word I'm looking for? The bits where we've missed out. Seems to have sorted that out. I need to take care of that one properly. Just have a look there. Sand away at this. Where there's loads of paint left over. Just in that corner there. Now I can't quite get to this side. I'll scratch away at that with my nail. It should disappear. But that big shadow there tells me there's a lip on this side here. So that sanding sponge is a little bit too soft to get to that corner properly. So I'm just going to very gently follow the chamfer if I can. A slightly firmer sanding sponge. Now it's on the underside of the barrel as well, so if we do make a mess of this one, it's not too bad. The firmer stick just allows me to take care of that a little bit better than the sponge. So that's not too bad now. Should do it. Lovely. Right then. So a bit of shine there then. So it's just a case of take care of the rest of it. Just come back out a tiny little bit. That, believe it or not, is actually perfectly smooth, just there. Right then, there should be just here. So we can catch the light just there. Another thumbprint. So again, look, left that to dry completely. very, very gently. Just tease away at it. The temptation is, let's say, once it's wet, you start trying to sort it out there and then, but you know, all you're going to do is melt the plastic around it. Bit of a firmer rub. Gone. Job's a good one. Like that. So let it dry completely. Just go at it with a sanding sponge. And it's fine. I'm just playing about with the lighting, just off to the side where I can see properly. Done. Lovely. Right then. That's still on its hours worth of drying, so I'm going to leave that completely now. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to go and have a wee, if we're honest, and I'm going to come back very, very soon, and we'll carry on lumping that together like so. Marvellous. There we go. I keep forgetting to take photos of the things we're doing. Now then, that hour or so that I was leaving these little brackets to dry actually ended up being a full 24 hours, because real life stuck its nose in the way again. Now that is really, 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 really tight squeeze. You probably hear it. But now I've added those brackets, there is a little bit more strength there, just to help it out. There we go. A couple of minutes worth of playing and that's a lot better. Still a bit squeaky, but it's definitely moving a lot better than it was. Right then, so let's go ahead and dry fit everything now, just to see where we're at. So I think we're getting ready for oh, where have you gone? There we are. We're just about ready for joining these two halves together now of the turret, which will be, there we go, like so. I'm just going to make sure again before I commit that everything's working like it should do. That's a lot better. Magic. Right then. So on the dry fit, if we have a look, just around, get a decent pointer that I'm not going to kill myself with, just around here there's a bit of a gap, just around here there's a bit of a gap. Just go in a tiny bit, there we go. And if we look back here, there's another gap. So it's a little bit fiddly and wonky, but if you watch, if I start on this corner here, should be good, Tony, I can actually join that all together. Now if I keep a little bit of pressure there, I can do the same with that front edge. So we're going to very slowly, very methodically, just work around, hold that, make sure it's set, and if you look at the back end now, it's pulled it all in. So it's going to take our time. He says try to open the bottle. Hello. There we go. Just line it up again. And then again, just drop the glue on the corner there. Touch more around here. And if you do this yourself, I'm not too sure if it's turning out on camera, you'll see it zip off around the corner. And take a little squeeze. And just hold it for a few moments now. Like so. This is the part where you start having a conversation with yourself. It's great. If you answer yourself back, start worrying. And if you tell yourself you're wrong, and you're actually right, definitely start worrying. There we go, so that's holding there. Just going to add a tiny little bit in the bottom corner, like so. And once this is set, This little bit of squeeze out that we've got around here will actually fill the gap, and we can clean that up again with a sanding stick in a moment or two. Excuse me. Well, I say a moment or two, it's more likely going to be how long it is to dry. That's quite an alarming gap there. Why have we got that huge gap when everything else lines up? Is there going to be another box there? Curious. Yeah, that's where some of the storage goes, so that's fine. That little gap should be hidden. He says with all confidence in the world. So, just again, just drop some in that corner there. Give it a squeeze. Squish. There we go. Squish and hold. Now then, something I get criticised a lot for is the really wonky music that I play over the top, and I'm wondering what I've chosen this time, because I haven't actually got to that stage yet. Yeah. Let's go and take a minute. There we go. Now if you're going to see what we're doing. Clonk. Check that squish. There we go. Wonderful. We'll take care of that little gap in a moment or two as well. Not to worry. I'm actually going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because it's telling us to build everything on this side, but what I want to actually do is throw the left hand side on, just so I can get everything lined up and get this rear plate sorted out. Now the rear plate itself is this new part, so we don't need the kit part, we need this replacement, which is already cleaned up for us, is it? No, it's not. Big gate marks. Just here and here. That's disappointing. Very disappointing. Great big huge thing like that. Yeah. Great big huge thing. And they're giving us all the gates. Hugely disappointing Takom. It's a minor foible. It's minor. If an idiot like me can do this, there's absolutely no reason why you can. Do this on camera, Tony, that would help. And select that. Just drop that in there. Like so. Ooh, that's quite annoying. There we go. It's better. Right, so that's that. And that's the other reason why I don't want to add any of these ancillary bits on this side first, is because I'm holding that opposite side. Knowing me very well, I'm going to knock something off. So I'm going to put a huge chunk of glue on that side there, just a grip. Double glue on that side. I'm going to tilt a little bit so I can get some gravity going down this side here. I'm going to do the same on that front edge. There we go, you can see it zip off all the way down the bottom. Do some more just there. Like so. Give that a little squeeze. So I'm going to line that top edge up first before I commit to doing this bottom side. Just give that a squish for a few moments. Like so. Very therapeutic, this. It's very therapeutic. Draw some on that top side there. There we go, that's better. Now I can replicate that weld line there. Oops. No, don't you dare pop. That's fine, if it does pop, just go back. A little bit of glue. Hopefully we'll get the big squillage like I've just done. That's fine. Chuck the rear plates on now. Excuse me. So I'm just going to tuck a few spots of glue on that top edge. Like so. Which will then hopefully allow me to pull everything together on that side. Like so. I can feel the lip underneath. Now there is a little bit of gappage, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Just get everything roughly lined up so we can backfill that, that's not a problem. I read about this on a couple of forums as well, so I've kind of expected it. Like these two edges here, I can actually tack those down with glue some more. That's fine, that's not a problem. That's that. So it's just a case of just gently, methodically working round. A bit of squish there. It's very much a patience game now. There we go, I should get it. Excuse me. Yeah. Normally on my own channel I would be singing away now, doing silly things and stuff like that, but it's not my channel, so I don't really want to get anybody in trouble by singing. End up with the copyright police lumping all over us. Not that they will, because you're okay to sing, you just can't play the original song without permission or paying a stupid amount of money. It's a proper little earworm, and I'm not going to subject you to that. I would on my own channel. Yeah, you're welcome. There's that and that, those two songs by Ed Sheeran. Absolutely fed up of hearing those two at the moment. Every third song is one of those three. It's crazy. Play something else, please. For the love of God, don't play that song. Damn it. Don't look at me like that. I had to do it. I had to do it. I told you, stop looking at me like that. Right, so. Oh, hello, I can't get it off. You just look, get off. Right. So as you can see, it's just a process of lining the tabs up and then the familiar twist and turn. Lovely stuff. We're still waiting for the glue to dry, but I just had to do it. What you'll find, I think I've just thrown it off to the side, have I? There we go. What you'll find is one of these things, these little space things, across the middle. It's literally just a case of nipping it off. and then you've got this tiny little nub in there. Now if you've got, I can't find mine to hand at the moment, round files, or like the half curve file, I did have some, where have they gone? Anyway, it's just a case of running a half round file across those two, just to take them off. You could do it with a knife, you could do it with one of these sandy sticks, but you'd be there fiddling about for a while. And when I can find my half round file, 'cause it's me, yeah, I know, I've lost things. Half round file, half round file, half round file, it's gone. And so now, having jumped backwards and forwards a little bit, as you do, so I wanted to get these two pieces on here before I started doing that side, because I know for a fact that I've ended up knocking those off. Besides which, we've got photo etch to go into the baskets, which I would end up breaking. I know me. You've seen me working, you know how clumsy I am. I'm clumsier than Fox, and that's saying something. We'll leave that one there. So we're going to go back to the D-frames now, just to build these little sub-assemblies. Having filmed last night and realised that I needed super glue, which hasn't arrived today, which will arrive tomorrow, I can't do the photo etch parts just yet. So what we'll do is build the sub-assemblies anyway, and we'll leave them off for now, just so I can figure a few things out, and then towards the building point or getting ready for primer, then I'll throw them on. But I'm going to leave them off for the time being. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? That makes sense. It didn't make sense. It did make sense. No, it didn't. No, I don't know anymore. So I'm going to need D6. Wow, really? Alright, so I'm going to clip really close to the frame. Now, we're left with a problem of, should that be there? These little gates. I'm just like calling these bills. No, can't do that. No, they definitely need to go. They can go bye bye. I just cut into my glove. That could have been fun. So that's D6, which is completely the wrong shape for everything it's showing me anyway. But that's definitely going to get in the way by the look of it. Which will go here. Yeah, they've got to come off by the look of it. How annoying is that? Yeah, thanks Takom. You're a wonderful human being. So I'm going to do what I've done before. I'm going to get these preparated off camera. And I'm going to make another brew, and I'm going to need the toilet. I need the loo. Now, were I still an angry young chap like I used to be, this would really be bothering me right now. I'll zoom in. Look, they've done it again with the gates. I've left those huge tabs to trim off. And if we have a look at the fire extinguisher, that's not exactly the best place to put a gate. Slap bang in the middle of an extinguisher. Backside or top edge, no problem. I can take care of that all day long because it's a flat edge, but I'm going to now sculpt that into a curve. So things like that, a long time ago, would have bothered me. So do be prepared that you're going to have to do a little bit of work. It's not a problem. It's just hassle we could do without. Now, considering we don't have much flash to, oh hello, we don't have much in the way of flash to clean up anyway, is this the price we're having to pay? It definitely feels like a Faustian bargain. Ooh, check me out with my culture. It's just daft little foibles. Things like this have caused me in the past to have a massive hissy fit, throw the box across the room and walk away. Don't let it do that to you. Trust me, it's not worth it. It's a hobby, it's supposed to be fun. See, this is a challenge. It's things like this that will help raise your skills. It's fine, it's not a problem. It is what it is. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. No, just as soon as you're out, I still need you back in, don't I? Hello! There we go. Right, so just trim that there. Trim that there. Get the big sandy stick out for this one. Which is this one. Ah. That's literally. Just give it a quick wiggle. Stop it. Done. Gone. It looks scruffy as hell, but that's gone. Yeah, I can run my thumbnail across that. Even through a glove, it's not there. What was the other one? That one. Try and stay flat as we can on this one. We're not taking too much material off. Ooh, just a little bit. Just a little bit of shavage. I said shavage, I actually heard something else in my head. That was quite bizarre. There we go, that's better. Right, so that's nice and smooth. Just let the blade edge on the side of the desk. Bear in mind. Oh, hello, we're going all furry. Furry? Fuzzy. Blurry. Oh. Words don't come easy to me. Yeah, bear in mind, this is a really, really sharp knife. Do please be careful. I'm a fully trained first aider. I can take care of this, but you might not be. And do please have a first aid kit handy if you're using a sharp knife, so that you can at least run off and grab something to stop the bleeding straight away. There's that. Tiny little bit of flash there to clean up. And when the super glue arrives as well, I'll go through it properly with you. I think I've already mentioned it in one of the earlier clips. Super glue is actually designed to bond your skin together first before it bonds anything else together. The fact that it sticks plastic to metal is a happy accident. You will stick to yourself first before you stick to anything else. So, do have a debonding agent, I think it's called, handy if you can. So we'll go through that properly when it arrives. And don't do this. Don't do this. I'm a fully trained idiot. You're not. There we go. Turret's being built. Lovely. Right, so I've got to try and get that in again now. Yes. So when we come back, episode 4, you'll see me continue building all this kind of greebly stuff around the sides of the turret. I think I get onto the baskets. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. In the meantime, thank you all so very much for stopping by, taking part in the nonsense yet again. Genuinely can't thank you guys enough for your support through this, especially you, John. Cheers for the follows, mate. Bob along, see my mates at emodels.co.uk. Tell them I sent you. They'll probably run for the hills and demand donuts or something like that, especially Pete, mate. Pete, mate, loves his donuts. You've got to stop. Stop it. Stop it. Spend some money with them. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Yeah. We tend to say that, but there's a few things knocking about that they haven't quite got hold of because licensing and stuff, and yeah. But give them a bell. They've started putting a notice on their on the search engine part of the website now. If they haven't got it, give them a bell. More than likely, they will be able to get hold of it for you. Apart from Bandai stuff, you can't get Bandai stuff over here properly yet because it's licensing and stuff like that. But bob along, spend some money with them. Great bunch of guys. Right, I'm off, and I'll see you in episode 4. Ta-da!